van itself is 22 feet. With the bike rack and a bike extension, the van is 24 feet in length. And I have no trouble driving it. It handles very well. The backup camera and the mirrors on the side make parallel parking really easy. As you can see, there's lots of standing room throughout the whole van. It's 9 feet tall on the outside, so it is perfect. Even in bad weather, I never feel cramped in here. I've got lots of great storage space, upper cabinets on both sides. See, in the ceiling there is an air conditioner. I don't use it unless I'm plugged into shore power. We've got a nice fan that helps circulate the air, and that works from the solar system. And right now I've got the bathroom door open to have more airflow, and what you see is my shower curtain. Here's the bathroom, and the shower curtain keeps out the sun. The one thing this van is missing are slider windows for ventilation. I've just got these little windows that open a few inches, and maybe one day I will get those replaced with sliders. But overall, I love this van, and what I like about it is the bank of windows. I have windows all along the length of each wall, so I never feel claustrophobic. And each window has both blackout blinds and blinds for shade. So here, I'll give you a picture without, and this really cuts the glare. In the nighttime, if I want total privacy, I just pull down these blinds. And the thing I like about this layout, I store my inflatable paddleboard on the right-hand side here, everything. So that's my storage bunk, because I don't have storage underneath any seats. And these two cushions, they cushion the hinges when I put down the bed. So here's what the bed looks like stripped down. As you can see, the main seat for when on the bench, and this is the back of the bench on the right here. And this unit nicely has some cushions that you can take off, but they protect you from banging your knees from the metal hinges. This is what my bed looks like when it's made up for sleeping. And you can see I have the pillows at that end. But you can also have the pillows at this end of the bed facing the washroom. Just depends on the view you want and the arrangement at what time of day. Now I'm going to pack up the bed. It takes about 5 minutes at the most. And I can do this with one hand. Just lift it up, fold it over, and now we have a bench. It's that simple. There's my sink. Shower. And the head comes off if you want to use it outside. And here's a look through the back door here onto the lake. Isn't that magnificent? And these nets hold things like cleaning supplies, sponges. And here I've got my bike rack tilted down so I can open the door and let in air. Directly front of the toilet is a storage cupboard with lots of drawers in it. And above that is a light for the nighttime and also a ventilation fan to keep out the humidity. And when I'm taking a shower, the shower curtain goes right around the room here. You can see the metal rod, so the cupboard does not get wet at all. And then of course this door slides to close the bathroom. And then below that major cupboard, There are 4 more drawers with tons of space. I keep tools in there, shampoo products. And so here's my galley, the kitchen, the sink, the 2-burner gas propane stove. Above the stove area is a surface to prevent any flames from going onto the cupboard. And in the corner opposite the stove is a smoke alarm. And here we are. I've got a lawn chair stored here behind my driver's seat. The fridge is a great, pretty good size. And it's running off solar power right now. Off the batteries, so we've got the shelving, you can adjust it. We've got a little ice box. I keep a little freezer thing in there for picnics, and I don't have anything right now, ice cubes, but you can have ice cubes. And you've got tons of space for at least a week of groceries. Down below are little shelves for lettuce, vegetables, those kinds of things. So that's the fridge, very handy. The convection oven I don't use. You have to have shore power, and unfortunately my batteries and solar panel can't handle that. And also it's a microwave. I really miss using the microwave, but I was advised strongly not to hook it up to the inverter. It would draw too much on my batteries and drain them in no time. So I don't use the microwave very often. It can be powered by my generator, but the generator is very noisy and I just don't like using it. So here's a look inside my cupboards. I've got a toaster, a small coffee maker, electric one, a kettle that goes on the 2-burner stove, and a set of stacking pots, Teflon coated so they're easy to wash. I can use the electric coffee maker when my battery power is really full. All of the cupboards stay closed with these little magnets. These are wonderful, inexpensive ways of storing things. These are cubes. So you can see that they really utilize the storage space. You can fill them to the top, so I can really max out the height in the shelf. It's a view of the van from the toilet area facing forward. So you can see I've still got the blackout blinds in the front area of the windshield to give me privacy as it's parked facing towards the small road in the campground. You can see the storage space. Down below the bed, behind that are all the water tanks. And the same thing on this side. I don't use the drawers for storage space. I had the AGM batteries moved into the coach. They were just underneath the van before and not very accessible. So the AGM batteries are in those 2 drawers. And then under here, I had an inverter installed, 2000 watt inverter, which converts the solar power to 110 volts. So I've got 2 3-prong plugs, and I've got an extension cord plugged in here, which leads up to above my sink. So in the morning, I'm going to brew coffee. I will put the coffee maker on top of the cupboard here and plug it into the extension cord. And in the morning, just reach underneath the cupboard and turn on the inverter. Can see that it says 90%, which means my batteries are 90% full. I can click a button, it shows the voltage, and that little sun there, it shows that the solar panel is charging the batteries at 4.5. So it shows me what's happening with the solar panel and the batteries. The next system here is a close-up, and it shows how much water I've got in my fresh water tank, 2/3, the propane gas tank, I'm down to 1/2. Gray wastewater is 2/3. Black waste, which is your toilet, is 2/3. Here's my water pump. I keep it turned off. So when I turn it on, it's recharging the water pressure in the hoses in the toilet. And here's a switch for the generator. The fantastic thing about this van is it's got USB ports, so I can plug in my devices and never have a problem with the phone dying out. This is a controller for the furnace, hot water heater, so I have full shower facilities. Now you can see this carpet that I've put on top of the sink, and what I do is I've got a mat so that the carpet won't slip, and this is a bath mat, so it's also more sticky side. And then I put a serving tray on here, and it becomes my work surface kind of. And if I really want to extend my work surface, or say the stove, and then I can put a second tray here to put other items on. So it really is versatile to have 2 trays. I use one to carry the food outside. And for eating, I just have a little flip-up table here by the pilot chair. Now the screen door is a patio screen door, and I really like this feature because it keeps up wasps or things like that. Here's a view of my patio area, and my awning, which is powered, is huge and provides lots of shade. It's electric awning. I think it's probably like 10 feet by 8, and it's just invaluable. So that's my eating area. Now this van does come with a larger table that goes in inserts in between the 2 benches, but I don't carry that table with me. Here's a good view of the front, the blackout curtains. I just keep them up permanently during the day for privacy, and they're also good to keep up the sun. And up above is just a little cupboard with lightweight items like sunglasses. Here's a view of the nighttime lights. They're LEDs inside, and there are 3 of them on each side. This is important. There's a fire extinguisher permanently there, and beside that is my little trash bucket. And here's my toothbrush, and I even have an electronic toothbrush that I can plug into the USB. Another favorite item I have is a powerful flashlight for nighttime, and the interesting thing about this is it has a USB cord in the back, so I don't even need batteries, which is really important. And the light has 3 functions. It has flashing light to show for emergency. Then it also has regular, and then it's got high beam. So 3 different settings, and it's very lightweight plastic, and this was a good. Outdoor mats are really useful to extend your space, and right now it's kind of cluttered here. I've got some beach clothes ready to use, my paddleboard gear ready to use, so that's what I'll be doing. But these mats are 2 of them, and they fold up into a small square with a handle on them, again Canadian Tire, and that way I can use them in my car when I'm not using them for my van. Just fold them up, and they're great for picnicking, to sit on, put your chair on, all those things. View of my makeshift mosquito screens, and it's so easy to take them off very quickly. Just take off the magnets and they're done. One of the things I really appreciate about this van is the fact that it has this electric power awning, and I don't have it extended fully right now, but it goes out quite far, and it can really help to keep the van cool in the summer. And it's controlled by a little button here inside, easy to use. Here's the screen door. The awning has LED lights. Here are the LED lights. They're really pretty at nighttime. So now I'm going to retract the awning. And now we're looking at the side panel door of the van. There's the screen door area. I also have steps, which are power steps, so when you start moving, the steps automatically go into the van so you don't destroy them. The windows on the van are tinted for extra privacy. And look at that, you see a nice reflection of the lake in the window there. These mirrors are indispensable. These are the special RV mirrors. You should get them where it has a good close-up of someone in your blind spot, as well as the regular mirror. Under here is where you fill the gas tank, and I can turn off the propane when I'm driving. The gas tank is filled when you open the door, so no one can siphon your gas. You can just see the solar panel jutting out on top there. And the one thing I have to remember when I'm driving this is the height. Obviously you can't go into garages, parkades. I'd rip off my roof. So that was a learning curve. And that big black box on top is the air conditioner. Now here we have some important things. If you are going to be connecting to the facilities here, the city water connection, you have to have a special connecting thing for your water hose. And facilities here, the city water connection, you have to have a special connecting thing for your water hose. Here's the special plug-in for the special cord for plugging your van into shore power. Here's where I connect the sewer pipe, the hose to empty the black tank and the gray tank. And it's pretty easy. You just connect the hose and put the other end in the hole in the ground at the Sani station. And here's a valve. So once you're sure that the hose is securely fastened, then open the valve. Otherwise, do not open this valve ever until it's secure. Otherwise, you have sewage all over yourself or on the ground. And then behind that pipe is a separate valve with a gray handle for the gray water, the sink water, those kinds of things. Here's a view of the door fully open on both sides. And this is where all the gear is. The white hose is a freshwater hose. I've got the shore power big plug with the adapter for plugging into major campgrounds. And then the sewer pipe that you connect to the Sani station to empty your black water tanks. And then we've got more nets here, extension cord, gloves for when I handle the sewage. Up above are LED lights so you can see outside. And to fill the freshwater tank, there's an opening right here behind the hose. And I even have, I don't want to take it apart right now, an outdoor shower head so I can rinse off outside or rinse my gear off if I want to. Or we can go into the toilet area from the outside and take the shower head off of there and shower outside. So it really is quite versatile. And here's some of those nets again. And the furnace can heat the shower quickly within half an hour. It's early in the morning and the sun rays aren't charging my solar panel fast enough or strong enough. So I've got the generator going, and this is what it sounds like. Campgrounds have rules about when you can use a generator, and I really don't like using it, but I really have to power up my batteries, and I couldn't open the awning unless the batteries were strong enough. So I just put the generator on for 5 minutes, charge up the battery. I had to get a new piece to extend the hitch. so that it wouldn't, when I opened the back doors, it wouldn't hit my bike. So now this extends further, which means my bike makes my van 24 feet long. And I've triple locked it. So one lock is right here. I've got a key that locks the rack to my van. I've got the tube which locks my front wheel and frame to the hitch. I've taken off the battery off my bike so no one can take that. And there's another lock here locking the bike to the bike rack. And it's important, if you have lithium batteries, do not leave them on the bike. It's very dangerous because the heat can make them explode. Always take off your batteries off your bike. And the beauty of this rack is, look at this. I just press a lever and the bike goes down. And this is why I invested in the long piece, because now I have access to the inside of my van. Now I'm just going to lift it, just push it up, one hand, and it's clicked into place. So here's the plank that my bike rolls down from. So I have the plank attached to the rack, and then I roll off the bike. I can't do it with one hand. Simply remove the plank after I'm done, and then the plank folds up into 3. Here we are with the plank fold up into 3.